Howdy folks, how's it going? Welcome to my Virgin Kitchen. Today's video is a blue cheese pesto pizza. This recipe came about because of three methods. I had a request from Dragon Morph on my YouTube channel say, please can you make a pizza? I had a lot of comments on my blue cheese food fear saying if you melt it, it might taste alright. And in the Google Hangout last Sunday, a load of you were saying, Barry, give it a go. So I did. So if you want to have a go at this recipe, hit pause on the video now and write them all down. Bear in mind we're making our dough from scratch and that is enough for 2 big sized pizzas, my friend. First thing to do is grab all your dry stuff. Pour the flour into a bowl, then add your yeast and a pinch of salt. Give it a good old mix together, a bit of dry on dry action if you will. Am I allowed to say that in a cooking video? I don't know. Pour in your olive oil and your warm milk and gradually pour in your warm water. Don't pour it all in at once, add it a little bit at a time, but just reference, I used all of mine. I used a wooden spoon for this initially, but you could get your hand in straight away. But what you want to do is form it all together to get a sticky dough initially, then slam it down onto a floured surface and then just start to knead it. Oh yeah, work it, get your shoulders going, really enjoy it. Knead it for a good 5 minutes, until it's nice and stretchy. Then plonk it into a new mixing bowl, it's all nice and clean, little sprinkling of flour, and then sit on top a damp tea towel. At this stage, you want to leave it for a good hour and put it into a warm place. Now, luckily for me, it was a really warm day, so no matter where I put it, it would have been fine. While that was doubling in size, and trust me, it does double in size, as you'll see in a minute, I made some caramelised onions. So chopped up some red onion, and then got a pan, and just put some oil in there, got it nice and warm, and then the onions join that party. Oh wow, that smells good. After the onions had softened, I picked off a little bit of thyme, dropped it in the pan, and then a good tablespoon of balsamic vinegar. Wow, it was sizzling. Cook the onions through for a good 5 minutes, so the thyme, the onions and balsamic vinegar all getting to know each other. But don't do it too long, otherwise it'll burn. You don't really want that, it'll be smelling nasty. Also, while I was waiting for the dough, I bashed up some chicken breasts and then just grilled them either side for about 5 minutes either side, so it's cooked through, and obviously it's going to get warmed up again when it goes in the oven. So after that good hour, once the dough was done, I pulled back the tea towel. Look at the size of it. Pretty cool, right? That is the power of yeast. Anyhow, knead it away again with some more flour. Oh yeah. And you're only gonna need about half of that. So just tear it up, plonk the rest in the bowl, maybe keep it in the fridge temporarily, make another pizza, whatever you wanna do, and commence rolling out procedures. I was using a rolling pin at first, but there are some other methods, as I found out. I've been trying to do that sort of spinny thing that all the Italian people do, which looks amazing, but I can't do it. But one thing I found did work was to make the pizza base kind of like a steering wheel and just turn it and pull it as you go. Keep turning, like you're on a driving test. But make it any shape you want, really. Once you're happy with the shape of the dough, and don't worry if it's not a perfect circle. In fact, I prefer if it's not, it makes it look more homemade. What I did was just turned up the edges to create a sort of rim. With the chicken all cooked through, I just sliced it up into fine chunks, and then I started working on my base by applying a nice green pesto layer. Oh yeah. I then scattered on my pieces of chicken, and then I had these little slivers of yellow pepper and just slotted them all amongst it. Add a good handful of pineapple chunks, then grab your red onion and scatter it all over. It's starting to look good. This is the bit I'm regretting. I've got a real nice pizza made down below, and this blue cheese, oh my gosh, I can smell it from here again. It's bringing back bad memories of that food fair. I'm gonna crumble that on top. With your pizza all finely decorated, it goes on a tray and into a preheated oven for a good 15 minutes. The temperatures are down below and you're gonna love the smells coming from your kitchen. Once the 15 minutes is up, slide your pizza onto a chopping board and then use a pizza cutter to cut it into wedges. As a last bit of presentation, if you're feeling flash, you can scatter on some freshly washed rocket leaves. But that, my friends, is our blue cheese pesto pizza all done. I know, you wanted me to tell you what it tastes like, and I tried to get so many different flavours on there to overshadow the blue cheese. It does smell good, to be fair, so let's give it a go. I've got a big bit of blue cheese there, I'm kind of scared. Oh, no. Oh God, I've got a little bit of blue cheese. Ooh, pineapple came in there, soothed it. Ooh, you know what? There it is again. Ooh. It's kind of like a lifesaver pizza. That is one way of describing it. That blue cheese, I'll never put blue cheese on a pizza again. It's still a food fear for me. Oh, I'm not liking that. Oh, I'm getting a bit aftertaste. But the onions and the pineapple layers are coming in just as I'm about to go with the blue cheese. It comes in and saves the day. So, you know what? I kind of like it.